Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Sacred Rose Tarot 1111. I apologize for not posting any content recently. I've been sick, so now I'm recovering and am excited to get a message out. Today we have our message coming to us from the Egyptian god Horus. His card says, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. How amazing is that? Not to mention, today is also, my messages are timeless, of course, but today is also Friday, February 9th, and this is the new moon. So tonight is a great opportunity for everybody. As a reminder, set your new moon intentions. This is a super powerful, super new moon, as a matter of fact. And although you may not see it in the sky, similar to like a full moon, it is there. And so the power is magnified. Right now we have all the planets in their proper retrograde, they're not retrograde, I'm sorry, the proper full frontal, like onward, powerful, rotating their normal way. And also they're all in alignment. So that's kind of rare. And so not only do we have a lot going on, this new moon is in the sign of Aquarius. We are in February right now, which is this also the month of Aquarius, if that's in your birth chart. Your sun sign, for example, if your birthday was today, you would be an Aquarius sun sign. And Aquarius is also where Pluto just transited into the constellation of Aquarius and will remain there for the next 20 years. So this is like a big, powerful time. And I like to encourage people, if it resonates, of course, whatever, like I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It is a general message. So sometimes the messages are not going to resonate, and that's totally okay, right? Because we're all not all on the same part of our journey. But I've been telling people that have been interested in learning a little bit about that from me, that sort of setting these intentions is like, go big, be bold, set these intentions of things that you want to see happen. Don't self-limit yourself. And when you write out your intentions, I recommend, and the way I do it is I use a regular number 2 pencil, and I get a piece of paper, and I write out my affirmations, first of all, and then followed by anything I'm grateful for, because I want to be in that attraction spirit, and I want to have that attraction energy, attracting those more of what I'm grateful for into my life. And so I want to resonate that type of energy. And then I follow it up with ask-formations. So I might say something like, I am wealthy. I am so blessed. I am so loved by the universe. I'm so loved by my ancestors. And then my gratitude would be like, I am so thankful that I'm surrounded by people that love me. And I'm so grateful for all the people in my life that care about me, something along those lines. My ask-formations would be something like, why is it that I am so loved by everybody who knows me? Why is it that everybody around me cares about me genuinely and wants my best, wants the best for me? So those would be like ask-formations, right? So we position it sort of like a question we're asking, but it's part of our affirmation. So we're asking and affirming. I can't remember exactly why that works. I just know it does, and it's great. Maybe I'll do some research and post some information in the community tab for y'all. But it's that simple. And then I say it, I read whatever I write on my paper, I read it every night before bed, and I put it under my pillow for the next 2 weeks until the full moon. And I sometimes will read it during the day if I have extra time, or in the morning when I wake up, so that it's always fresh on my mind. And that helps us to focus on what it is we want and to draw in, to call in, to make room in our lives for the universe to give us and gift us with. One thing I will caution you, I try to stay away from using the word want, like I want more wealth. And the reason for that is want, that word, W-A-N-T, sort of carries like lack energy, if you will. Because if you are in want of something, or you You may have heard people say, like, when they were together, she had want for nothing, in some Shakespearean play or something. Being in want of something is the absence of having it. And so it's like lacking it. You're lacking it, you need it, or something like that. So stay away from words that sort of embody that kind of energy, like a lack mindset or lack of having something. That includes needing. Like, don't say, I would stay away from writing, I need more money. Like, no. Maybe say, I'm grateful. If you're looking for more money, I am grateful for the finances I have. I am open to receive more abundance. I am ready to receive more abundance, universe. Whether that's through opportunities, additional streams of income, bless me with these opportunities and ideas to bring this forward, bring this in, bring it forth. Bless me to be open to receive this new income that you wish to gift me with. So yeah, something along those lines. It doesn't have to be fancy. We just want to make sure that we're sort of sending out a message that already resonates with either you have it or you're expecting it, it's on its way to you, and you're ready for it, okay? So that's just kind of a side note, being that today is a new moon. So it's very exciting. For Horace, I haven't read his card in a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and read that if we have any new viewers. So it says here, Horus is the Egyptian eagle-headed god and sun, twin flame of the goddess Isis. He is known for his foresight, psychic awareness, and ability to travel between the worlds. He can help us move into the cosmos with our mind, meditations, and prayers so that we can harness the natural magic that surrounds us. He was known for ritual magic in the past, and now he helps create pockets of energy in the world where we can access light, wisdom, and insight. If you are seeing... Excuse me. I'm so sorry. If you are seeing the symbol of an eye appearing around you, know that Horus is asking you to become aware of how you are influencing the energy around you and how it in turn is influencing you. Excuse me. The extended message says you are connected to the universe and have the ability to manifest miraculous experiences. Your thoughts, words, and actions are like magnets, drawing the energy that creates and cultivates your world. You have a stellar gateway chakra above your head, a vortex of energy that is influenced by your own energy. I'm going to get a drink of water. Hold on, guys. All right, so the universe also offers you guidance, abundance, support, and healing based on your capacity to connect to it and accept it. You have a real opportunity to further that connection now by sending prayers and intentions out into the cosmos. I love that because we just actually talked about setting intentions with this new moon energy and really harnessing that power coming to us. So thank you, Horus, for this information. Okay. The first card out is the Storm Spirit Chaos card, and it is number 42. 4 plus 2 is 6. Let's see. Storm Spirit Chaos. There's a lot of purple. Oh, it looks like there's maybe Zeus or somebody up here. You see that? The guy up here in the clouds. What's he got in his hand? Maybe, is it some sort of a staff? I wonder who this is supposed to be. God, maybe? I guess we'll have to read the card and see. This is interesting. There's a lot of purple. There's some lightning. Storm Spirit. When I see storm, it makes me think of the Tower card in the tarot deck. Something unexpected. Chaos. All right, let's see what it has to say. And this particular card comes to us from the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. And it says, a fierce and massive storm has overtaken the forest. Trees are whipping back and forth. A torrent of rain pounds your head and shoulders. Crashes of thunder shake the earth as ragged shards of lightning illuminate the dark woods. This card acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for healing in your life. And that's interesting because right after the Tower card is the Star card in Tarot, and the Star card is about healing. Okay, spiritual chaos allows for the dissolution of outmoded beliefs. So expansive, energetic, life force energy can fill your life. If you are experiencing upheaval right now, know that the underlying energy is restorative. Embrace it rather than deny or suppress it. You are being healed on all levels. Of course, take time to find the calm in the storm, but also understand that the chaos can be beneficial in many ways. It can activate your creative life force. Alternatively, if your life is too calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create some chaos in your life. Try doing things differently. Step out of old routines. If you are always early, be late. Beneath the surface, profound shifts and transformations are occurring. Although many assume that nothing good comes from a massive storm, every part of nature has value. For example, downed trees provide habitats for many kinds of animals, and lightning helps fertilize the soil. I did not know that. Well, that's interesting. There is enough electrical energy in lightning to separate the nitrogen atoms in the air, which fall to the earth with the rain and combine with minerals to form nitrates, a type of fertilizer. Oh, okay. Look for the silver lining in the current upheaval. The spirit of the storm says, shred outmoded thinking and self-imposed blockages. Tear down walls of self-imposed limitations. Step into chaos and embrace it, rather than trying to suppress it. Do the unexpected. That's really interesting. Especially with all this Aquarian energy, because Aquarians are sort of like, kind of like a little social bolt of lightning whenever they go somewhere. They are like the social butterflies of the zodiac. They are the exciting people, great at networking. So this could also be a message about, changing things up. If you're kind of a homebody, maybe go to like a networking event or something. Maybe attend a party if you're invited. Doesn't mean you have to get crazy or do anything stupid, Use your discernment. If it's right for you, great. If it fits in your story, great. If it's something you're doing that's unexpected and kind of goes with this message and it resonates with you, fine. Take it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. All right, so let's see what tarot cards came out to confirm this one. I'm going to set it right here in front of Horus. And interesting enough too, in Egyptian mythology, Horus is known as the sky god. So we have a lot of stuff going on in the sky up here in this card. And when I read it, it talked about lightning and storms and things like that. So the first card to verify or clarify is Temperance. And we see here with the Temperance card, this big angel balancing out, like pouring into this cup. It talks a lot about balance and healing, but also like sometimes we have to be a little bit patient and we have to alchemize what is working with us. Like this card was saying, if we have something that's maybe stagnant, maybe we're always doing the same thing, maybe our life has become so predictable that we're bored, or we have some sort of stagnant energy, and now it's time to maybe put a little bit more energy into that and like do something unexpected or go on a little trip or something. This could be talking about balancing, alchemizing the stagnancy and finding some sort of balance where that you're not doing everything that's stagnant, breaking them free from the norm, not doing everything as expected, maybe switching things up a little bit. Followed by that is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups typically talks about fulfillment and like having a wish granted, emotional fulfillment, because the cups are about emotions and have a lot to do with water. And we have a lot of water going on here. And so you could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, highly aspected in your chart. You don't have to, but it's a possibility. And so this could also talk about tempering overindulgence. And when we have this on top of the chaos card, if there happens to be too much chaos, maybe you're partying too much, as opposed to like the homebody who might need to go out once in a while. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe we're talking about something completely different. Maybe this is talking about the person who's going out too much. Maybe needs to alchemize that and do a little bit more staying at home. So it could go either way. I'm getting sort of two messages with that. But definitely something fulfilling. So maybe trying something different is going to help alchemize that stagnancy or that overindulgence. We also have the World card. These are all really good cards, by the way. The Temperance and the World are both high major arcana, so very high power, high energy cards. The World card talks about completing a cycle, coming to completion. Maybe there was something you were learning or doing or waiting on, and now that you don't have to wait anymore, something is ready for you to step into this new cycle. And interestingly enough, I believe this is this sign up here represents Aquarius in this card. The fixed signs. Taurus. No. Yeah. The bull. Aquarius. The lion. I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like that might be Aquarius. But it looks a lot like the Temperance angel too. So it could be something to do with this Aquarian energy. Finally, on the Chaos card, we have another major arcana card, the Judgment card. And this is, historically speaking, this is supposed to represent Archangel Gabriel coming out of the clouds with a divine message, like wake up, rise up out of your slumber, rise up out of your coffins. Some people talk about it like being the resurrection. Some people talk about it like rise up out of your slumber because you have a message and you're not sharing it or you're not shining your light. It could also talk about casting judgment in a situation. So this, with these other cards, it sounds like use your best judgment in how the Chaos card is speaking to you and this new cycle and how you're going to harness this new energy. And I think a lot of it really, I feel like, has to do with this next 20 years that we were talking about, Pluto being in the sign of Aquarius. It's a big cycle. So use good judgment and really start bringing in, with this psychic awareness, remembering that your thoughts are magnetic and powerful right now. Bring in those things, no matter how big and bold, that you want to see in the next 20 years. All right, let's see what else we have here. See how this reading continues to unfold for us. The next card out is Mercury. I've never drawn this card before. And it comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. I'll read it in just a minute because I've never seen this one. I like how he's got some angel wings up by his head. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. He's also got this, God, how do you say it? I think it's caduceus. Something like that. But this is also the sign of Hermes, who was a messenger of the gods in Greek mythology. And it's like a medical symbol. It's sort of adopted into the medical realm. Let's see what it says. All right, let me get this card here. And this is going to be Mercury. All right. So it says here, Mercury is the Roman god of messages and communication. In Greek mythology, he's known as Hermes. Oh, okay. That makes sense. He has often been depicted with wings on his feet, representing his capacity to be swift and carrying a caduceus. I guess that's how you say that. The same healing wand that Archangel Raphael was known to carry. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, the Archangel of Healing. That makes sense. As well as overseeing communication, he oversees the planet Mercury. When this goes retrograde, which means it appears to go backwards when seen from the Earth, communication can be delayed or difficult. We can call on Mercury for help with loving, honest, and open conversations, divination, and any form of expressive art, such as writing, poetry, and journalism. He can also help us heal miscommunications that have caused distress. The extended message says, open all levels of communication now. Important messages, information, and insights are being shared. You may hear from an old friend or family member, or have an opportunity to finally understand a loved one you've not had an easy time with. You may be able to clarify situations where you feel you weren't heard properly or were misunderstood. Get things off your chest in a loving way so that you can clear all the roads to love in your life. Listen, too. Communication is a two-way street. Mercury is here not to allow you to hear clear. Mercury is here now, to allow you to hear clearly and be heard. That's beautiful. So yeah, not just in our communication do we want to listen to what the other person has to say, or maybe us do all the talking. It needs to be an even kind of thing. Say what you've got to say and then hear what they have to say. So that would really, I think, fall upon that active listening. And since our words are magnetic and so powerful right now, and we have this added psychic insight from the Egyptian god Horus, it would behoove us, I think, to speak in gentleness and kindness, but we don't have to diminish what we're saying or like downplay it or anything like that. If it's a strong message, we can still deliver a strong message lovingly, right? That's interesting. Okay. So let's see what tarot cards came out to clarify this card. The first card out was Death. And that, it's funny, when I first saw the Chaos card, Death card was the one I saw in my mind's eye, but I said Tower because it makes me think of Tower, but I saw Death, so that's interesting. And Death, of course, has to do with death and rebirth, breaking down something that's old and no longer serves us to become something new. And I love the, to think of this as like a butterfly, for example, because when the butterfly goes into the caterpillar goes into the cocoon or the chrysalis, it's not an easy or pleasant process. And scientists still struggle to explain what really exactly happens. But it completely disintegrates and basically becomes this ooey gooey glob that gets to be, after it's broken down completely to its essence, it gets to be restructured and put back together to become a beautiful new creation, which is the butterfly. And it's even given wings and it's allowed to soar. So when it unfolds its wings out of that chrysalis and dries in the sun and takes off, it's something completely different. So it's an amazing transformation. So this card has a lot of power with it. There's all kinds of major arcana here. And this chaos followed by our communication and the information Horus is bringing to us. This is a really strong and powerful read, you guys. All right, so the next card out is King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles talks to us about being abundant and being able to help others learn how to be abundant as well. Somebody who has their stuff together and makes mature business decisions. And this is an Earth card, so you may have Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn highly aspected in your chart. You don't have to. It's just a possibility. We also have the Knight of Pentacles here. So you may also, with all of this information and this being on the communication card here with Mercury, the communication you bring to somebody may actually be like a gift. You're giving them a gift almost. And you may not see it that way. This isn't for everybody. I'm getting a message that could be like for a few people. That has been a long time coming. This is the slowest Knight in the deck. But even though it's been a long time, maybe you haven't talked to somebody that's important to you, somebody you love, care about in a long time, for whatever reason. But it looks like somebody's coming in with an offer. Maybe it's a peace offering. Maybe it's sort of like an olive branch or like something they've been working on and they want to share with you that's very important to them. So it could be like they've just arrived at this place where they are ready to make peace. That's kind of what I'm getting. But there is some movement happening. And this is out of all the Knights, this is one that's like bona fide, reliable, steady, and focused. All right. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles traditionally to me speaks of new beginnings, new opportunities. And this could be like a new divine opportunity because we have the hand of God coming out here holding this big pentacle. Could be a big idea. And when we have all of the information that when I opened this session up, we have not only Horace telling us and reminding us that our thoughts are magnetic and powerful and miraculous changes are occurring. And we talked about setting intentions on this new moon, harnessing all of this Aquarian energy that's happening right now, planets being in alignment. All of this stuff is like super rare on a super new moon. So it's like, maybe there's something that we just need to open ourselves up and be ready to receive that the divine has for us. And maybe with all of this energy, and we're writing our intentions down and we're harnessing our thoughts and we're communicating and doing things a little bit different than we normally have, either calming some chaos or creating just a little bit of chaos to shake things up a little bit. Maybe this gives us new ideas that could be turned into a new lucrative, abundant type of situation. Because when we have 3 pentacles like this, bam, 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 King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, that to me is like very abundant. It has to do with wealth and prosperity and your ability to live the life of luxury, which in this 3D realm that we live in right now has a lot to do with money. So this could be some sort of new financial idea that is going to be gifted to you. So we have to just remember, communicate, say what we need to say, but also listen and be receptive to what the other person has to say, okay, in our communications. Which also reminds me, that means when we're active listening, we're not just waiting. We're not listening to somebody and thinking in our head, what are we going to say in response to them? We're actually listening to what they have to say. And if you have to pause and say, that's interesting. You know, I hear what you're saying. Not sure how I want to respond to that. Give me a second. Let me process that a little bit. And that's totally okay, right? You don't have to just constantly have like this constant back and forth. Like I say this, you say that. I say this, you say that. Because when that happens, we sort of get in this like volley, like a tennis match or a volleyball match. We're really not listening when that happens, right? We're kind of stuck in that, what am I going to say next kind of thing. And so a lot gets missed in that. So I would encourage whoever this is resonating with to be okay with, sometimes communication's a little bit slow. Take your time. All right, so let's go over here and see what the Hope card says. This is also the first time this is like all these cards, except for Horace. This is all like first time oracle messages. I've never seen these. This Hope one is really pretty. I love the lotus flower she's holding. Sort of levitating with her hands there. There's a lot of yellow here. So this could talk about solar plexus chakra. There's some orange. We could have some sacral chakra stuff going on. We got some like pinks up here. This sort of pinkish orange color up here. It's really pretty. It's a pretty card. It says here, hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. That's beautiful. Okay. So let's see what her oracle card has for us. And this one also comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle Cards deck by Kyle Gray. It says here, hope is an angel who is dedicated to promoting the idea that we on earth are loved, cherished, and supported by the kingdom of heaven. She is all about helping us see the light beyond whatever darkness we are in. Traveling as part of a holy trinity, faith, hope, and charity, she helps us recognize that hope isn't about wishing for something good to happen or help to arrive, but trusting that support is already present. Hope is the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel. She has a gentle presence, but she is absolutely glorious. She sings sweet harmonies to us, and these songs are waves of love washing away anything that stands between us and self-love and acceptance. The extended message says, angels are gathering around you in celebration that you are finally willing to see how loving and lovable you are. Hope is here with her legion of love angels. Aw, that's so beautiful. Guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. It seems that you are really moving beyond the limitations that you once had in this department, but know that whenever you do question your worth, you can call on hope to shine her golden light upon you. Your angels want you to know that they love and cherish you, and they're grateful that you're giving yourself the same support. That's a beautiful message. All right, let's see what cards come out to clarify this card. Love, self-acceptance, hope. All right. All right, the first card out is Six of Pentacles. So we have a sort of a continuation on of the Pentacles here. Six of Pentacles, traditionally this is talking about a guy who's pretty well off. He has fancy clothes, and he's got so much money that he can give to these poor beggars out here. That doesn't mean necessarily you're going to start a nonprofit. Maybe you are, or a charity type of situation. This could be just being able to be in a place with your wealth where you are able to help other people. It just could be that symbology for that, to represent you're at this sort of place where you've arrived and now you can help others. And just have that spirit of generosity. And we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords talks about a mental prison, overthinking. It could be overthinking a situation. So this sort of, to me, talks back to the Chaos card behind these guys about doing something different. So if you find yourself ruminating on something where it sort of feels like a broken record in your head, or this thought you can't seem to get rid of, then I would encourage you to do something different. Even if it means getting on the ground and doing crunches, pull-ups, push-ups, going for a jog, anything to clear your mind, get the oxygen pumping, blood flowing. It could also mean, take a break from whatever you've been doing. Maybe if you haven't, maybe you're like me and you don't watch TV. Well, maybe watch something on TV, watch a movie, take 2 hours, or go to the theater, sit down and watch a movie. Or if you're maybe always on the TV, maybe shut the TV off and go outside and reconnect with nature. Like that Chaos card was saying, do something different. Break the normal routine, and that'll help you get out of that Eight of Swords mental trap when it feels like your mind is stuck on something. And then what'll happen is, we were talking about earlier, the Temperance card looks a lot like the Star card to me. Then your healing's going to come in. The Star is also wish fulfilled, and the Star is the major arcana for Aquarius, you guys. Ooh, with all this Aquarian energy, how fun! That's beautiful. We also have the little stars up here that represent the chakras. So this could also speak to anybody who's interested in healing chakras, realigning chakras, learning more about chakras. This could be a reminder to look into that, because we did get a lot of chakra energy from this card in these colors. So yeah, and communication happens to be the blue chakra, the throat chakra, and there's a lot of blue in this card. So that could also mean, continue to work on something if you are working on your chakras. And the final card out is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, this could also speak like you're healing from some sort of backstab, betrayal, something that really let you down and left you brokenhearted and could have, quite frankly, left you feeling like you're destroyed. This is like the worst card to get, in my opinion. I hate this card. It's like, I don't want to say I hate. That's a strong word, right? I don't like to see this card because it's just one of those, I like to think I'm a positive person. But yeah, there's times in life, no matter how positive you are, and even when you're positive in the storm, if chaos comes and you have some sort of tower moment, it might feel like this in the moment, but in all reality, it's all part of our growing. It's all part of our journey to teach us something, because quite frankly, any of these betrayals or backstabbing or things that broke our hearts or, broke us down along our journey, those have been very big lessons for us. And most of us have learned from those lessons because they are so harsh and big and make you feel like you're just devastated. But there's healing here, you guys. We don't stay stuck in this energy. We don't stay stuck in this energy. We heal through it and we work through it. And God, Creator, Source, Divine Source, God, Jesus, whoever you pray to will help you through that. All right, so our final oracle card is the Dream Thief. Refusal of the call. You know, this is another one I haven't seen. What is that? Is that a hawk or something? What is it? Is it some kind of owl? It's kind of weird looking. I won't say weird. I'll say different. I have not seen this before, so I'm curious. It's definitely some kind of flying creature. Maybe it's some sort of fantastical creature. I like all the colors, though. I don't like Dream Thief. Sounds bad. What do we have? Dream Thief, refusal of the call. The 13 card. Death is the 13 card. 3 + 1 is 4. 4 is stability, numerology. That's interesting. Okay, well, we're going to see what this card says, because that's another one that I don't know what it means. I've never seen it before. Okay, so this comes to us from the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Alberto Villalobos and Colette Baron Reed. The Dream Thief, rejection of the path of fulfillment, refusal of the call. The Dream Thief is a soft and compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. Oh, that sounds like stagnant energy to me. Remember how we had the Chaos card come out? I'm going to get this back out on top of these guys real quick. Remember we had like get rid of stagnation? This is interesting that this came out too. Those are different decks and everything. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. That could be this right here. And this, where's that 8 of Swords? Right there. Ruminating, staying in old stories. And staying in old broken pain and things like that. And disappointments and stuff. No, we need to heal that. Let's see what else it says here. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to the familiarity of your origin story of why you were wounded. Uh-oh, that's big wounded right there. Or when you were rejected. Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without also acknowledging that you've already become someone else? Interesting. That's kind of a heavy thought, right? Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without also acknowledging that you've already become someone else? Okay. Don't forget all the parts of you. I feel like that's saying we all have all these parts of us, right? But to become a whole person, a complete person, we need to represent, recognize, and respect all of those pieces of us. Teaching from an old wound will never allow you a new adventure. That Chaos card, oh man, this is really tying in. Holy cow. Okay. Instead, bring to mind how you've already changed, remembering that you have new stories to rely and build upon. Do you want to move beyond the barrier of glass you've placed between you and the horizon? You can, and it's not difficult. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted seas of your potential. That's beautiful. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted seas of your potential. The wind will soothe and sing the dream thief to sleep so you can wake up and move forward. You are so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what has lain dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. Wow. Wow, you guys. Man. So if you've been catching yourself living in old stories and that's all you recognize and all you talk about, we need to stop that. We need to drop that. Because that's not all we are. We've been healed and transformed and made into something new. We're no longer a fluffy, fuzzy, chubby caterpillar. We're transformed into this new beautiful butterfly. Is it a part of our creation? Yeah, it's part of the process, because you can't become a butterfly if you're not a caterpillar, right? They don't just pop up. There's a transformation that takes place. That caterpillar is still part of their creation story and their transformation story, but it's not the only part. Ooh, this is nice. Okay. So yeah, don't be seduced into only talking about or claiming parts of your story. You are a powerful, magnetic, psychic person. Your thoughts matter. Your thoughts are things. And miraculous changes are occurring. This is like amazing. Wow. All right. So the cards that came out were the Hierophant. This could speak of like you're sort of elevating, you're graduating to this next level. You're having like a level up. 5 is the number of change. You may have had recent changes, or you need to spark some recent changes or get ready for some changes. If you've been in the storm, get ready for the calm. If you need to shake things up a little bit, do that. The Hierophant is also somebody who's spiritually enlightened. So if you've been doing some spiritual work, this is Horace recognizing you for that. And Spirit is saying, yeah, you're doing a good job. Keep up the great work. You're making a difference. You're making changes. This could also talk about taking on new studies. Maybe you're learning something new. It's also known as the marriage card, relationship card. So you could be calling in love. It's near the love and hope card, between hope and communication and love and changing things up, and the chaos falls right under it. So maybe if you've haven't been dating, maybe it's an opportunity to say, hey, maybe take some dates, go on some dates. Or if you've been dating too much, maybe slow things down a little bit. Work on yourself a little more. Okay, let's see what else we got. We've got 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is usually speaking of like not seeing the whole picture, being disillusioned, having a lot of options. If you're talking about like relationships and stuff, and we were just sort of talking about how maybe you're doing a lot of dating and you have a lot of options, maybe it's time to narrow down those options. With good communication, love and hope, change things up a little bit. If you've been doing this thing where you kind of keep all these people on the line, maybe it's time to change that and sort of pick, 1 or 2 people that you're really vibing with. And if you want to pursue an actual relationship, narrow it down to your best option. It could also mean that something is missing from the story. This kind of goes along with this Dream Thief card. When we read that, it talked about don't leave out pieces of you. Include all of it. To have a full, complete story of yourself. Don't hide away parts of you. Don't be only recognizing one part when you have all of these parts to who you are, right? We're all complex and unique individuals. We are all a unique individual. When I say that, I'm like, there's nobody else like you. There's nobody else like me. We are all like totally individual. Nobody, not one person on this planet has the same exact story as you. So recognize all the parts of you. We also have Ace of Cups. So this could very well mean that you have a love offer coming in. You could have a bona fide emotional fulfillment, overflowing cup of love. This could be divine intervention. This could also be reminding you to love yourself. And that really speaks to me when we're talking about loving all the parts of us and accepting and reclaiming all the parts of us. We don't want to leave out who we are, because then we're an incomplete person. And in terms of communication, we would not be communicating from a true, authentic place. And from a loving place and hope place, we would not be truly recognizing, loving ourselves, and recognizing how truly unique and beautiful and wonderful we are, every one of us. And finally, we have King of Wands. King of Wands is somebody who's very focused, goal-oriented. You see he's got his gaze like, I'm looking in this direction. He's not looking at us like we have over here with the King of Wands, or King of Pentacles is sort of looking forward. This guy is very focused. He's got his mind made up. He's a good decision maker. He's a mature king. He's very fiery and passionate and doesn't always dance to the beat of everybody's drum. He kind of dances to the beat of his own drum. Might take the path less traveled, sort of a little bit of a rebel. That's also kind of makes me think of Aquarius. So yeah, we have a lot of really great energy here, a lot of good information, reminding us. Thank you, Horace, for reminding us that our thoughts are magnetic and powerful at this time, and miraculous changes are occurring. We're so grateful for this message. Please like, share, and subscribe if this message resonated with you. Please feel free to share in the comments some of the things that are going on in your life so that we can help grow our little community. All likes, shares, and subscribes do help us. And I just want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to spend with us. And thank you again, Horace, for bringing us this message. Love and light. Take care.